In a world full of wonders, big and small, the most fantastic stories are the true ones. I'm Wise Owl. Well, that's what everyone calls me. And I welcome you to the Fantastic Facts. Hello, and welcome back to the library. Today, we're looking at some interesting facts. Way up. Our topic is the fantastic and fabulous facts of Final Frontier. The Fantastic Facts.
Where is the coldest place in the universe?
The coldest place in the universe is in an MIT lab. Reason? Scientists can cool matter to temperatures far below anything found naturally. In 2015, MIT physicists cooled sodium-potassium molecules to 500 nanokelvins. That's 0.00000000005 Kelvin, or 500 billionths of a degree above absolute zero, which is negative 273.15 degrees Celsius. The cold of deep space is a balmy 2.7 Kelvin in comparison. This extreme cold is achieved using advanced techniques like laser cooling and evaporative cooling in a vacuum.
Where does gold come from?
Some of Earth's gold came from meteorites. Reason? When Earth formed, molten iron sank to the core, pulling down with it most of the planet's precious metals, including gold, a process called planetary differentiation. The gold we find in Earth's crust and mantle today is thought to have been delivered later by a cataclysmic bombardment of meteorites, known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, over 4 billion years ago, after the core had formed. Our accessible gold is essentially extraterrestrial in origin.
Is there a water reservoir in space?
A space water reservoir 140 trillion times larger than Earth's oceans. Reason? Astronomers discovered an immense cloud of water vapor surrounding a supermassive black hole, a quasar, about 12 billion light-years away. This water reservoir contains water equivalent to 140 trillion times the volume of all the water in Earth's oceans. It exists as vapor because the energy from the quasar keeps it from condensing. It is the largest, most distant body of water ever detected.
What is the mass of the Sun?
The Sun is 99.86% of the solar system's mass. Reason? The Sun is a star, and stars form from the gravitational collapse of the vast majority of material in a nebula. Jupiter, the largest planet, contains about 0.1% of the solar system's mass. All other planets, moons, asteroids, and comets make up the remaining tiny fraction. The Sun's immense gravity is what governs the orbits of everything else.
Why is Antarctica a desert?
Antarctica is technically a desert. Reason? A desert is scientifically defined by low precipitation, not heat. Antarctica receives, on average, less than 200 millimeters, or 8 inches of precipitation, as snow, per year in its interior, well below the desert threshold. Its cold air holds very little moisture, making it the driest continent and the world's largest polar desert.
How many folds on paper will reach the moon?
Folding a paper 42 times would reach the moon. Reason? This demonstrates exponential growth. Each fold doubles the thickness. A standard sheet of paper is about 0.1 millimeters thick. Fold 10 times, 1,020 millimeters, about the width of your hand. Fold 20 times, 105 meters, taller than a football field. Fold 30 times, 107 kilometers, into space. Fold 42 times, 440,000 kilometers. The average distance to the moon is 384,400 kilometers. In reality, it's physically impossible to fold a piece of paper more than about 7 or 8 times due to the increasing force and volume required.
How hot is Earth's inner core?
Earth's inner core is as hot as the sun's surface. Reason? The inner core is a solid ball of iron and nickel under unimaginable pressure. Its temperature is estimated to be about 5,200 to 5,700 degrees Celsius, which is 9,400 to 10,300 degrees Fahrenheit. The surface of the sun, the photosphere, is about 5,500 degrees Celsius, which is 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. So they're in the same scorching range. This heat comes from 3 main sources. 1. Leftover heat from Earth's formation, accretion. 2. Frictional heat from denser materials sinking to the core during differentiation. And 3. Heat from the decay of radioactive isotopes.
Is Russia wider than the moon's diameter?
Russia is wider than the moon's diameter. Reason: this is a comparison of width, not area. The moon's diameter is approximately 3,475 kilometers, or 2,159 miles. Russia's maximum east-west width, from its western border near Poland to the tip of the Big Diomede Island near Alaska, is roughly 9,000 kilometers, or 5,600 miles. So, if you could place the moon on a map of Russia, it would not span the country's width.
How many sand grains are there in the universe?
There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Reason: astronomer Carl Sagan popularized this estimate. There are roughly 7.5 times 10 to the 18 grains of sand on all the world's beaches and deserts. Current estimates put the number of stars in the observable universe at about 10 to the 22 to 10 to the 24, one with 22 to 24 zeros after it. Even at the lowest estimate, there are thousands of stars for every grain of sand.
If you are enjoying the show, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in next episode of The Fantastic Facts.